Oh my God, please welcome Tasha Ghouri. Hi Tasha, look, she's dancing as well.
Listen, that song has Fionnuala and I like this. It's today Friday, it's a Saturday, what day is it?
You gotta dance it out.
Absolutely.
It's crazy to think that it's been 3 weeks since the final. Like, what a summer. I loved every second of it watching you. How has life been post-Villa, yourself and Andrew out in the normal world? How's it been?
Honestly, it's been absolutely amazing just to be in the outside world and not in the Villa. No cameras, none of that pressure. It can be very intense in the Villa. So it's been nice in the outside world just to go shopping, just go to McDonald's, you know, just get some burger and chips. Like, it's been so good just to do normal things with Andrew. And if anything, it's brought us so much closer because we just feel so much more comfortable around each other without having that pressure or worrying about any of the people around us. So yeah, it's been absolutely crazy, but love it.
Each year the show Love Island just gets bigger and bigger. Why was it that you wanted to be on the show, and what was the process like for you?
And to be on the show, I think for me, it's kind of two reasons. Obviously, to find love, a boyfriend. My dating life before was absolute shambles. And the second reason was also to go on raising awareness for the deaf community. There's not enough representation in the TV world. And when I got given that opportunity to go on the show, I did not expect it at all, but I grabbed that opportunity because it's great to raise that awareness and show people that, you know, you can go on a TV show no matter what superpower you've got. And the process for the show is a very long process. It started in January. So yeah, it's been such a long process, but it was all worth it in the end because I walked out of Andrew and I've had such a positive impact on the deaf community. It's been so nice getting all the messages and support.
Absolutely. And talking about representation there, I remember that moment when you went in at the very start and telling your fellow Islanders that you were born deaf. You've described it as your superpower. What was that moment like? Because I imagine, obviously, they're all strangers to you. They're obviously now all good friends. What was that moment like telling them?
I think that moment telling them just made sense because, you know, I didn't want to accidentally get pushed into the pool because obviously it's not waterproof and I have to lip read and it can be tiring for me sometimes. So I really did kind of have to let them know that it is going to be hard for me, but I also wanted to show people you can open up to strangers because they were strangers at the time. And, you know, I was so nervous to even tell them because I had no idea what their reaction was going to be. But all the Islanders at the time were so supportive and welcoming. Because I'd rather just do it all at once and telling the Islanders individually. It just made sense to do it as a group, get it out there, just let them know. And then that's that, like it's done. So, yeah, like it was so surreal just having all that love from them. And I just kind of want to show people, you know, you can open up and you will get that support back.
Absolutely.
You also touched on representation there and how it's so important. Barbie recently released a new doll with you're smiling, with a hearing aid. What did you make of that? And if you were younger, a little girl growing up, what would that have meant to you, Tasha, seeing that representation, especially on Barbie?
I think, honestly, the fact that Barbie have done this, younger me would be screaming. Even I was screaming when it came out. I was like, I got myself one. I think Glamour sent me even that Barbie doll. And I was like, yes, I got one. And you know what? I think this is a positive step in the right direction because, you know, the younger generation have the pressure of social media having to be perfect all the time. And having this one little Barbie doll, the hearing aid, that's like them, is a perfect, absolute positive impact in it. That's how it should be. And, you know, it's great that Barbie's moving away from the typical, like, blonde, skinny, tall looking. They really are, you know, everyone's human, everyone's equal. So it's great that, you know, Mattel have done this. So, yeah.
When you're talking, I'm like, preach, preach.
Hear, hear. Love it.
Your dad, of course, has been so supportive of you, especially publicly during your time on the show. Day to day and when you were doing stuff, were you ever conscious when you were doing something or kissing someone? Were you thinking, oh, I hope my father doesn't see this? Did it ever make you conscious of what he would see and hear?
I think for me, definitely when I was doing the challenges, like the sexy lap dancing, things like that, I'm like, oh, my dad, even my mum was going to see this. I was like, I can't do this, but you know, my dad knows I'm a dancer, I'm confident like that. But honestly, even the hideaway situation, I found out that this showed my orange underwear. I was literally like, oh no. So I did not think they were going to show that at all, but it's fine. We moved, don't we?
He had a great sense of humour about it all, in fairness. He was very funny coming in for Meet the Parents. I loved him. I loved Tarek. You mentioned the lap dance. That's one of the challenges that I get the absolute cringe.
Totally.
If I was ever to go in, I just wouldn't be able. But you're a professional dancer. Like, I follow you on Instagram. You're incredible. Were you going into this being like, quite confident,
like,
being
bring it on.
Yeah, this
bring
is a breeze.
On the dance.
I'm going to wipe the floor with these gals, surely, because you're incredible.
Well, I'm not going to lie, I actually do have my nerves, because even doing like the heart race challenge with 6 guys in front of you around the fire pit, I've never done that before as a dancer. I'm about to give them a lap dance each, a little striptease situation. So even as a dancer, I've never done that before. So I was scared. Even the Barbie box, I actually stood still. I stood there like, okay, it's fine, you've got this. But as soon as music comes on, I don't know what it is, like the dance tash just comes out and just takes over my body. But honestly, I still do get my nerves, but no, but thank you for the comments about my dancing.
Your alter ego comes out, like your Sasha Fierce comes out when you're doing the dancing.
Ego.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need alter egos.
Absolutely. I have to say the hugest of congratulations.
Totally.
You're eBay's first pre-loved ambassador, which is amazing, off the back of the retailers' partnership with the show, which is so good to see. How important do you think it is that these big influential shows like Love Island start to take sustainability seriously in 2022?
You know what, even before going to the villa, I did wear pre-loved and second-hand. I bought some things off eBay, and, you know, in the villa, we had such amazing wide of different brands, and I could really be creative with the things that eBay gave. So that's why I felt so right to do this partnership with eBay after the villa. And I think it's so important because sustainable fashion is something that really does need to be pushed more. And it's okay to wear clothes again. And that's what I'm kind of pushing for more is, you know, pre-loved is okay. It's not, I feel like there's a stigma around that. It's embarrassing to wear clothes again or to wear secondhand. But anything, you can find a really cool vintage like bomber jacket, secondhand, but still in amazing condition. So that's why I'm going to eBay to really push that and stem away from the fast fashion, and just really raise that awareness. And honestly, I'm really excited because I have so much more creativity of my fashion to play with. So that's why it's really exciting.
Now, on a lighter note, we have you here live, so we have to ask her.
Yeah.
What did you make of Andrew's iconic line on the show? Unfortunately, at the time that we are... just covering her face. At the time we were at live here in Virgin Media One at this time, I can't repeat what he said. Were you, at that time, did you think it would become... it's making me laugh. So iconic. For those that know.
Yeah.
Do you what? At the time, when the iconic line was said from Andrew, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be quite big on the outside world, but I didn't realise how big it was going to be. So when I came out in the outside world and people doing birthday cakes, there's a sign in their bathroom, there's a sound of it on TikTok, I'm literally like, what? I did not expect it to go like viral. But honestly, I love the fact that me and Andrew can just laugh at it. Like we did a TikTok sound on TikTok because we just had to because it is so iconic now. But honestly, yeah, it's just funny, isn't it? You just got to laugh it off.
So funny.
Totally
all
funny.
in good fun. Tasha Ghouri,
thank you.
An absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us on the 6 o'clock show.
Thank you. Mwah.